cycling community. This is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. Now this is the third week of my block, and this is going to be the last week of this block, which leads into the X block next week. Ordinarily I'm supposed to do two 20-minute time trial type efforts, but I'm a bit knackered, and I knew I was going to be a bit knackered. I could feel it from previous days. Yesterday I did a little leg work in the gym, so I'm changing my workout today, and it's going to be up to 2 hours of tempo. Let's see if I can handle that. So with my 20-minute FTP at about 290 plus watts, my tempo with standard calculations would be somewhere between 220 and 260 watts. That 40 watt range is awful large. I like to keep it within 20 watts. So I'll probably aim for 230 to 250 watts. We'll see how it comes out. So I'm going to go for about 15 minutes of warm-up. Then I'll be at about 145 and 36 road intersection, and then do the big flat loop. We'll see how it turns out. After about 13 minutes of higher cadence smoldering spinning, I got to the intersection of 36 where it tees into 145, turned right toward 41, and started my interval. As I had mentioned previously, today was supposed to be a threshold workout. My schedule called for doing two 20-minute threshold intervals. After Friday's Belgian loop workout with the team, and then the Saturday race play workout with the team, and a couple nights of less than optimal sleep, my body was not recovering as I would have wanted it to. So this was pretty evident Sunday that even though the threshold workout was going to be Wednesday, that it may be a wasted workout if I tried to meet those parameters. I also looked ahead to in the weather forecast, looking at the X block days, the days between Christmas and New Year's, and saw that there's some rain in there, so I was going to have to redo my schedule. I therefore took this into account when I was looking at what I would change my workout to on Wednesday. I elected to go with a tempo workout, a long tempo workout. The course I chose around my neighborhood was about 33 miles long, and it ended up being about an hour and 40 minutes. I had to really focus on the last 10 minutes. The first 90 minutes were as they should have been, and I was starting to get tired, at least from a leg strength point of view, on those last 10 minutes. Still, I met my parameters, and I did this all in 242 watt average for those 100 minutes. My main focus was keeping my wattage in the prescribed range, and as I was getting more and more worked, I concentrated on my spin to keep that wattage where I needed to. And a lot of that spin was focused on powering through the hips rather than solely focusing on the legs. And that seemed to work out well for me. Although, again, in those last 10 minutes, it was tough. So what's the advantage of doing this workout? For one, it'll help me be more comfortable in a fast-moving pack. It also helps me with my threshold work. And thirdly, among other reasons, I'm sure, it helps me with my stamina at this pace. Leg strength, sustainability. When one does not have a lot of time to work out, doing a large portion of your riding at tempo or threshold is the way to go. I see my workout's about to end. Starting tomorrow, I have a 3-episode series on the Belgian Loop. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for the closing. Until next time. Well, that was a bit tough. The course that I took an hour and 40 minutes. I was estimating 2 hours. But it's a good thing that it did, because the last 10 minutes I was losing control of my wattage. For you mathematicians out there, That means in the last 10 minutes, a lot of my wattage data points were falling past 2.96 standard deviations of the standard deviation, the mean that I established in the first 90 minutes of the ride. Okay, there you go. Total geek. It's getting cold. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat a lot. Download this and maybe do a voiceover. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.